Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today's question is, does color matter when poor? This question was submitted by a community member. So let's get right into it. In this video I will share a story about my friend's son, who is dating a black girl, and how his racist mother tried to use poverty as a reason for her son not to date a black girl. I think this story shows how even in extreme situations, some people can still be racist. As many of you know, I am from South Africa, so I see the effects of poverty every day. Many people here live in extreme poverty, and they are struggling just to put food on the table. But I have never seen anyone being racist because they are poor. In fact, I have seen the opposite. People of all races helping each other out in these tough times. When I watch American TV shows, I often see these stories where white people try to use racism to justify their actions. I mean, recently I watched an episode of The Andy Griffith Show, which is set in the 1960s in the American South, and it had a black character who was only there to serve as a plot device to move the story forward. And at one point, the white sheriff had to put this black man in jail because he was trying to date a white woman. So you can imagine what kind of mentality we are dealing with. I personally don't understand why someone would need to be racist. We all have different skin colors and we can't change that. I mean, I love meeting new people and hearing their stories and learning about their cultures. So if someone tries to judge me or treat me differently because of my skin color, then I just don't understand them. I remember when my friend told me about his mom's reaction to his girlfriend. He was so angry and upset. Like his mom couldn't believe that he was dating a black girl, and she was saying things like, "How can you do this to us? Don't you know that we are white? You can't bring a black girl to our house." And then she said something that really upset him. She said, "You know that black girls only date poor white guys like you because they can't find any decent black guys." And that was really hurtful to my friend, because he is actually trying to get his life together. He has a job and he is working hard to make something of himself. He doesn't want to be poor anymore. And then his mom said something else that really shocked him. She said, "You know, if you were rich, then maybe things would be different. If you had money, then I wouldn't mind you dating a black girl." So basically, his mom is saying that if he was rich, then his skin color wouldn't matter. And this is exactly what we are discussing in this video. Does skin color matter when you are poor? So my friend asked his mom, "What do you mean by that?" And she said, "If you were rich, then you wouldn't be hanging around with poor black people. You would be with people who are like us. You would be dating a white girl who goes to church with us." Then my friend got really angry and he started yelling at his mom. He was like, "How can you say things like that? How can you be so racist?" But she didn't care. She kept on talking and she said, "If you were rich, you wouldn't be dating that girl. She is only after your money. Rich people don't date poor people. You know that." So basically his mom thinks that if he was rich, then he wouldn't be dating a poor black girl. She thinks that rich people only date other rich people. Well, this is a true story, but some details had to be changed to protect the people involved. So that is what happened. My friend's mom is a true racist and she is using poverty as an excuse. It seems like she believes that if you are poor, then you can't date someone who is not poor. But the thing is, you can't control who you fall in love with. And sometimes people fall in love with people who are not like them. And this is what happened with my friend. He fell in love with a black girl who is not poor, and his mom is having a problem with that. Like, I don't know what kind of world she lives in, but in my opinion, it doesn't matter if you are rich or poor. What matters is that you are a good person, and if you are a good person, then you can be friends with anyone regardless of their skin color or social status. But this story also shows that some people can be so racist that they will use anything they can to justify their actions. Like in this case, my friend's mom is using poverty as an excuse for her racism. She's saying that since he is poor, then he should only date poor white girls. But I mean, come on, does poverty define who you should date? I don't think so. And the most disappointing part about this story is that my friend's mom is a hypocrite. She is using religion to justify her racism. She says that her son shouldn't date a black girl because she is not Christian. Like, how does skin color define someone's religion? And why would she want her son to only date white girls who go to church with them? What does that even mean? I think that my friend's mom is just afraid of losing her son to another race. She's afraid that if he continues dating this black girl, Then he will leave the family and forget about his roots. But the thing is, he is still her son no matter what. And if he decides to marry this black girl, then she will gain a daughter as well. And I mean, if you think about it, this black girl who is dating my friend's son probably has a family too, and they probably love her very much. So if my friend's mom really wants to be a good mother-in-law, then she needs to accept that her son is dating a black girl, and she should be respectful towards her and her family. Now, I am not saying that it is easy to accept someone of a different race, especially if you are not exposed to other cultures. But I think that if my friend's mom really loves her son, then she needs to get over her racism and accept his girlfriend. Some people might say that it is okay to be racist when you are poor because you are struggling to survive and you don't have time for nonsense like racism. But I totally disagree with that. I think that if you are poor, you should be more accepting of other people because you know what it's like to struggle. You know what it's like to not have enough money to buy food. So you should be more empathetic towards people who are going through tough times. Racism doesn't solve anything. It only creates more problems. So if you are poor, you should focus on trying to improve your situation rather than being racist. And if you see someone who is poor and they are not like you, then instead of judging them, you should try to help them. So in conclusion, I want to say that skin color does not matter when you are poor. What matters is that you are a good person and that you treat others with respect. And if you are a parent, you should teach your children to be accepting of other people, regardless of their skin color or social status. So what do you think? Does skin color matter when you are poor? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.